Oh, we're rolling now?
Alright, we're back again. How you doing, folks? We're here to do an X-Wing bat rep, and today, if you haven't seen, if you're on this channel, you know that we do X-Wing a lot, but I unveiled the Imperial Aces in an unboxing. So we're going to unveil two of those pilots there. I'm going to be doing Colonel Jax and Lieutenant Loer, who seem to be more of the iconic aces that kind of came out of that box.
I am once again taking on the Rebels. I've got the geriatric squad. No, I'm just kidding. A little bit of a slower squad. I've got
slower squad.
2 Y-Wings, one of them being Dutch. I'm taking a Hawk 290 and Tandem.
Yeah, so Spectre FedSen really went like bomber group, so I almost feel this is like that World War II issue where the bombers are all ready to go into a run, and then the much faster Luftwaffe are coming into attack and they don't have any bodyguards. So
it's possible. You know, it's again, I don't use the Rebels a lot, so I'm just looking to try out a few different ships, see how they work. I have used the 290 before, not this version of it.
Not Roar.
Strategy-wise, I'm just looking to do a lot of damage real quick and knock your 3 ships.
Yeah,
no fanciness, go straight in and just what?
Well, we'll see. I didn't take all interceptors. I did bring Major Reimer because when I tried to go 3 interceptors, it was like leaving 7 real chunks of points, and I think that was really bad. So I went to bulk up a little bit more. I like the TIE bombers anyways. It's a lot easier to actually bulk that points up. So I'm 3 ships. So as the Imperial, I'm actually outnumbered 3 ships to 4.
Doesn't happen often, but
yeah, it doesn't happen often for that scenario.
We'll see if I can make it work.
And we'll see how it goes. You've seen Tandem in a couple of bat reps before. We've definitely seen Dutch, mostly flown by Spectre Weil, and you know nobody cares about a gold squadron guy. But Rorik's making his pretty much a debut. He hasn't really been seen on our bat reps here.
I was very close of just saying, "Hey, what the hell," and trying to do a Rebel swarm against you, taking a bunch of A-Wings. But I was like, nah, I've used the A-Wing a couple of times. I know it's fast, I know it's got speed, but it doesn't have a lot of shots. So, again, I'm just going to go for high volume shots.
Okay.
Lack of shields. Hopefully I can...
But they have hull girth. You know,
now,
these are big ships.
If you've watched any of my past bat reps in X-Wing, recent Dreadball game, anything like that, and you've seen my dice rolling lately, my strategy's probably not going to work really well. So hopefully... you know, leave the dice on blanks like I did against Matt.
Oh yeah, really good. Try to work it. We'll see what happens, and you'll see the ships as they line up, and then we'll get ready for the action. Alright, so we have our, let's get back here a little bit so you can kind of see where things are going. So this is the board, a couple asteroids kind of picked around, no little planets looking around. So I'm on the corner, ready to kind of make my move in. Spectre FedSen is a little in.
Notice the loose formation, because if you know me, I don't fly formation really well, so hopefully I won't be running into myself.
Well, he got that pretty well, but if Spectre FedSen is looking, he's about to fly himself inside the asteroid field, and we know if he try to get himself out, he's technically going to run into something.
Details.
Alright, we'll see how that works. Alright, our ships have made their initial move. So Reimer has slowly moved across, moving up, you know, taking a little bit of a hesitant draw before he really gets in the middle, and focus for his efforts. The 2 interceptors, our 2 new guys, I've just boosted all the way out to the left side. Spectre FedSen's kept all the formation, so the little bombing run is ready, supported by B-Wing and the Rebel, or the HWK Hawk. So they've all focused. Obviously no one's in range. So pretty much the initial first step is going in. Things will get a little bit more interesting now on our second maneuvers.
That's some good looking shit.
So getting back into a little bit of flying, everyone on the Imperial side basically moved in. We've got some jackknives on the hard right. Carnor Jacks, I thought, I'm still pretty much, I guess, learning the maneuvers when they're that tight. He kind of ran in the back of Lieutenant Laura. So no action for him. The Y-Wings made their moves very well to their right. However, the two ships in the back kind of went like very slowly because afraid to run into the other one. And Ten Num did a little bit of barrel roll to kind of set himself for next time. That's why he has no action on him. So we're going to start with initiative going to Carnor Jacks.
Actually, initiative is going to go to Dutch. The Hawk 290 is going to give Dutch his ability.
Okay.
Which, at the start of the combat phase, choose one other friendly ship at range 1-3 until the end of the combat phase. Treat that ship's pilot skill at
Dutch
value
is going
12.
12. So I take it he's going to go after range 3 Lieutenant Laura.
Yes, because he does have
Target lock on him. So that's
target
2
lock on
shots.
Let's see, 2 shots.
1 hit.
And I will
Spend the target lock. So he's going to try to get the one more.
Off of him.
And I'll reroll that one.
Roll.
For nothing. I have 5 dice because he's 3 normally, plus 1 for range 3 and a stealth device. And he has a focus, so he's going to keep the stealth device to keep him alive. Alright, so that now goes to Carnor Jack for sure. He is going to hit nobody. He is definitely out of range.
Sweet.
So there's another 8. That's going to be 10 num. He's got range 3 at the bomber.
So he will fire.
A Rhymer.
Range 3.
3, yep.
3 shots.
Yep.
He does have marksmanship.
Okay.
So he can change one of his focus rolls to a critical.
Okay.
And if he rolls a critical, that cannot be defended.
Yeah,
Or canceled.
Nice.
Oh,
So you can, yeah, so wow.
that would be the critical. If I can find it on the dice there. So crit, 2
I
hits.
can't get the critical off. Doesn't matter, takes all 3. So he's going to take 3 damage right off the Rhymer, right off the bat. 1, 2, and this crit is immediately receive 1 stress token.
Stress token?
Yep. So he is got 3 wounds right on him.
And now he does have a fire control system. So after that shot, he will acquire the target lock back on the major.
Now Raymer will spend his target lock because he's going to fire at Dutch.
Oh boy, Dutch.
The reason why he's going to be able to, the cluster missiles are typically 1-2, but Reimer's ability allows him to increase it to another range up. So he is going to fire the first lock of 3 at Dutch. And
One's going to hit. 2. Dutch doesn't have evade, so 2 shields go down
2
on
shield down.
Dutch.
So then the next volley comes in.
2 shields down.
I'm going to turn this into a crit because he actually has marksmanship. And lose another
last
shield.
shield is gone, so Dutch has lost his shields. I repeat, Dutch has lost his shields.
And now Dutch's turn.
Nope, Dutch already.
Oh, Dutch already went, right? So now range 3 will be Lieutenant Laura at 5. So he's got 3 dice.
And he's firing at Dutch.
Yep.
Range 3. Actually, was he
And
range?
his 2. He was range 3.
I should have been rolling extra dice for range 3. Dodging.
Oh, yeah.
So, what was that?
You got 2 dice to roll, see if anything. So 1 evade, so you got a shield back.
You get 1 shield back.
And then you got...
Just realized range 3 should have been rolling 2 evade, so now he's being fired at again. Again has 2 dice at range 3.
So
Dodges 1,
loses the shield.
and loses that shield anyways. So, apologize for that little mix-up. Good news on my end, he doesn't take any hull, just loses all his shields regardless.
And then the gold guy, I think range 3 as well.
Let's see, the Hawk 290 is next. He is not in range of anybody. So, we will go Gold Squadron Pilot, range 3,
So 2 dice.
firing 2 shots at the bomber. 1 possible hit.
So her range 3, 3 dice.
And he
And got
evades.
the 1 dodge. So, okay. And we'll go to maneuver dials. Alright, so this is obviously now do or die round 3, because everybody's about lined up with somebody who's pretty much in a worse situation than the other. So if anyone fails the other pilot, I see them pretty much dying in a lot of ways.
Here's what's gonna happen. All the Imperials are focusing on Dutch. All the Rebels are focusing on Major Reimer.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that we're gonna lose 1, possibly 2 ships.
But we're gonna start this pretty much. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna bank on Reimer, unless actually Rourke's gonna use it. Is it?
Yeah, Rourke's gonna allow Dutch to go first and make him a level 12 because I don't know if Dutch is gonna make it through this round. He's got 5 hull, but he's got a lot of people aiming at him, and I know there's some cluster missiles sitting there.
All right, so let's see.
Major Reimer, however, is out
of your arc, yeah.
Of his arc, I believe. It's close, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take some shots at. I'll go ahead and shoot him at Carnor Jax here.
Alright.
So he'll have 2 shots. I believe that should be range 2.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, range 2.
And nothing special, nothing gained, other than he can reacquire target lock, but he is not target locked on him, so.
Yep.
2 shots.
And both hits, so he needs 2 dodges.
Got
and
1.
He's got a focus, so he's going to use it to keep his stealth working.
So he takes no damage, but his focus is down, which is good news for me on the shooting phase.
But he is going to
He gets to fire back.
He's going to fire 2 shots at actually 10 numb.
Oh.
And at range 2, he's going to fire 3. Ooh, he actually can jam. He has have focus, so we'll go with 10 numb. See how it goes. And nothing.
Oh.
So, really good for him. And now, so actually now it goes to 10 numb's chance.
He is actually going to shoot at Major Reimer.
So 3 dice, range 2. With a target lock.
With his marksmanship, his target lock, and his ability to not be able to dodge 1 critical.
So target lock to use the 2.
Yes, he will target lock to use the 2. So his
R's are gone. Rerolls. So can't dodge that again.
At least 1 critical is going to hit.
Yep, very likely. So he got the dodge.
The
so
other.
Crit will go through again because he can't get rid of it. And start of the combat phase, roll attack dice. On a roll of 1, it's 1 combat damage. So the next phase he'll get that. So now he lives.
He does reacquire his target lock again.
All right. Well, he's going to now spend his cluster missiles on Dutch again.
No.
That's what he's got on. So his last batch. So here's the first 3.
Oh wow!
And wow, he just totally hit right there.
Dutch is gonna take.
That's 1
a hit.
So we got rid of that. So 1 and a crit. And the crit is
Stun pilot. After you execute a maneuver that causes you to overlap another ship or an obstacle token, I will automatically take 1
damage. And the next batch of cluster missiles, and he can turn one of these into a crit.
So.
And all the other ones into a regular one for the marksmanship. So 3 more.
And
we have no focus.
Not focused,
so 3 more, he's dead.
2 and a crit, 3. Yep, that's going to be enough to take him down as we suspected.
Boom. So Reimer will
burn the 3 cards.
Survive just long enough to eliminate Dutch from the equation. And he had S, so he's gone. The Z's gone. Whoops.
Was that your Z?
Yeah, it was his Z. And we are going to use Lieutenant Lure. He's going to fire 4 dice into 10 numb, because 10 numb is right next to him. That's why it was a Y-wing so much. He's the next top dog. And he got 2 hits. So 1 dice, nothing. So he'll take 2 shields right off of the B-wing. And now, Y-wing can pay back. Reimer at 1.
Yes, he's got 2 shots at range 1, you said, so it's 3 shots.
No target lock, but a focus. Ooh. He's got 2 dice, so he's going to take at least another one. And he has no focus, so we lost now the bomber. Reimer's gone. So he got 2 more.
A lot of death and carnage in this.
And the bomber's out.
This round.
So now these guys lost. They don't need the target locks.
Clear the target locks because Reimer does go down. So the focused attack on
and
1.
Rourke
Rorik can only get one shot. His
range 3.
target
Sorry,
lock
he
was
should have
on the
been
wrong
next.
guy.
But
Oh, he actually should have fired first.
yeah, I didn't notice that, but it doesn't matter to some of your ships.
Uh,
They want, I think they're range 3 for each ship.
just fire.
No, range 2 for
yeah,
Veterans. So hit. He's 4 dice. Could take stealth. Nope. So he is good.
pretty easily.
So the Lieutenant Lore is good, and we are into the maneuver dials, each losing a ship. So this is why we love X-Wing. This is tight. With 2 interceptors, the much slower Rebel ships, we're going to have to decide exactly how things move. We're going to kind of show you at the end of it, but this is where things get pretty exciting.
Alright, head roll.
Alright, so the maneuvers were definitely intense. The Gold Squadron pilot, he did his K-turn. He was early and went side by side.
Tendum actually ran into the back. I tried to do a short 2K turn, knowing he was probably going to fly by. Ran in the back, Lieutenant. Hurts me in 2 ways. One, I can't shoot at anybody because I'm touching the guy that's in my arc. 2, I don't know which way he's going, so I was hoping to have him in front of me next turn where I could do target locks again.
Right. And I might add, Spectre FedSen tried to goad me to barrel roll to get him clear. Almost worked. Almost worked. Apparently, I actually decided to stay still, and that cost Tendum his action.
Beautiful 5K turn by Canar Jackson.
Yeah, Canar Jackson's really tight. He went right between 2 ships where he planted himself right there, so he's really in a good firing spot. Let's see exactly. Rourke gonna do his 12th thing again, I take it?
Yep, I believe.
That's basically gonna just be the gold pilot.
The gold pilot, yeah, he's plenty in range, so he will fire. He'll fire at Lieutenant Noir since he's right in front of him.
Alright, so it's gonna be 3 dice. But there's no other rerolls.
Nope, because he was stressed.
So 2. And the Lords get 4 roll because he's still standard 3 stealth device. And he'll take the stealth because he wants to keep things going well, so we're gonna be good.
Uses his focus.
But he used his focus. And that will put us to Karna Rack. And let's see, we're gonna take the B-Wing on. He's gonna be 4 dice at range 1. So let's get that going there. Ooh, 3 hits.
And the B-Wing's got 1 dodge.
1 dodge, yep.
Come on, get a dodge.
Hey! So 2 more shields on the B-Wing go down.
First 2 shields on the B-Wing.
First
or
2.
no,
Yeah, I think you got
2
him
more.
also.
No, that's the 4th.
Yep. So, a little hit there. That pretty much leaves it to Lieutenant Loire. He's going to fire 4 shots, now dead blank into the gold pilot.
Yep, and he is in the arc by a nudge.
Oh, good thing you lost that focus because there was 2 right there. That puts 2 there on the Y, and the Y has no focus, so he's going to take 2 shields.
So he's got 1 shield left.
So now the rebel ships are starting to lose their protection, but Rourke has still got a shot here.
Now Rourke will have to spend his target lock. He is going to use his blaster turret, which gives him 3 shots. Doesn't matter what range he's at. As far as he doesn't get an extra shot from range 1, right?
Nope, not on secondary weapons. It's 360 on that turret, so you can choose any pilot.
So he is only firing 1 shot because the blaster turret is focus, not a target lock.
Oh.
So the target lock is still on.
Yep. And that means he's 1 shot only at
I misread my card again, so I'll spend the target lock now.
You sure?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter how I'm using
But you can always save the target lock for you're setting up for that blaster turret later.
No, it runs off a focus token.
I understand that, but I'm saying you keep the target lock on, get your focus and blast it. Then
I
you
gotcha.
get that. See, that way,
No,
it's more dice to save.
Right.
instead of 1.
I understand. Yeah.
This is why being a gamesmanship is good. Even though that would hurt me in the long run, it does make it for a much more interesting game to play a little bit. So Rourke would have a little bit more of a better chance to do something.
But a misread on my part. I should have put a focus to use the blaster turret, and that gives me the 360 shot.
Yes.
And actually, I could have shot anybody I wanted to.
Indeed. So it ends up being the rebels lost some shields again. A little bit more closer. They each are surviving with a shield each, although the Hawk only had a shield to start with. So he's going to have to be a little bit more aware of what's going on. And both, we have 2 ships of the rebels stressed, and Karna Rack is stressed. See how things will continue to progress. Alright, so pretty bad cluster on both our parts. Not really well paying. The Gold Squadron pilot could not get past the 2 ships. He could end up running into 10 num. Lieutenant Lore did clear out, but he's stressed because of the K turn. Work already, he cascaded pretty well to the side, but Karnor, I forgot. I was thinking like I was moving last, so not me thinking, ran into 10 num. 10 num thought he would be gone and all this stuff, so he basically ended up running back into the Y-wing, so a whole lot of bad anticipation on both our parts. But Rourke's still alive, so you can put a 12 on pilot on one of the other ships.
He's going to give it to 10 num and let him
10 num is
fire
going to go.
Firing straight forward, obviously.
And it is only range, it's range 2, it isn't range 1 though. So it's
3 shots.
Yep.
He does have his marksman.
Okay. That does have that. It can't cancel.
Change one of the focus to a crit that can't be canceled.
And
doesn't need
matter.
to.
Wow. So
2 crits and a possible hit.
you can't avoid any all crits or just one?
Just one.
Alright, so let's see what we got here. It doesn't matter. He's pretty much dead. Lieutenant Lore is gone. I didn't make a single one, so he is out of the play.
You don't see that very often, except when I'm rolling.
Yeah,
Usually
so
to dodge.
gone away.
So that is huge.
Big time. And that pretty much now puts it to Karnor Jack. He's going to put 4 dice
on 10.
However, he's cleared of stress. You don't have any focus on him, so he's got a new thing called Opportunist, which he adds another attack die, stresses himself because of it, and gets 5 dice to put on 10 num. Oh, no focus.
Oh,
that would have been awesome with that. So that really, I'm not rolling very well at all.
And he
evaded. Wow, killer play. So I rolled terrible, and on that whole phase, and that really cost me a ship, and also cost me a kill.
Tenor did focus.
Cool thing with that though is, with Karnor Jax, you're not allowed to spend focus or evade, so he's going to shut down that ability by Rorik Jack's blaster turret. So it's going to end up with
now that's within range 1.
Yes,
which he is clearly in range 1. So instead, since he's out of arc, the Y-wing will fire his 2 shots plus the 1 for range 1. Yep. See if he can get that stealth device knocked down.
And all focus there, so there's one little catch up for a bad roll there to give me a little bit of a break.
So again,
but the rebels.
The negatives of losing your actions is 2 key rolls possibly.
Could have helped. Yeah, if I actually would have had the focus on Karnor Jack there, I would have
he would have been gone.
Dan would have been. So
yeah, he would have been destroyed.
Well, I'm stuck with it though. That's the mistakes. We'll see if I can pull off with the last of the Royal Guard ships to make this survival here. All right, so everybody's made their moves. A lot of K-turning by the rebels, getting Karnor Jax kind of stuck in the middle. Let's exactly see how things work. I'm seeing Rourke's going to add the 12 to one of the ships. So which one's going to be?
He'll go with 10 num since he's in the firing arc, and you never know what's going to happen with the dice rolls here.
It is range 1, so 4 dice.
It is range 1.
Yep.
Ooh, excellent. 4 shots.
Wow, you are smoking hot right now. I think it's
leaving the dice on the blanks. I tell you, it's working.
And I have to spend 1 just to survive. So I got 3 hits on him. He's got 4 hull for the upgrade, so he is barely alive.
Not for the upgrade, he would have been dead.
Yeah, I'm going to put the 4 shots back into, and I'm going to add stress to him to give him 5 to put on 10 num.
All right, he still only has the 1 evade. Oof.
And there's 3.
Ouch.
And you have no focus.
3 get through.
So 3 get through.
So 1 and 2 1 shield and 2 damage. He is down to 1 hull.
All right. And your Y-wing.
Y-wing, also range 1.
Yep.
Firing 3 shots at range 1. Nothing because he's not focused.
And that ends that. So
and again, Hawk 290 cannot burn within range 1
because Karnor is too close.
And he's out of his arc.
Yes. And as I mentioned before, Spectre FedSen had to go through asteroids, and yes, bang! He hit one.
Finally.
Is it damage?
No!
Oh, so he still kept the shield, so he's still rolling pretty lucky.
But he loses any actions.
Alright, so pretty easy turn. I end up actually jacking right into Rourke because he was stuck on the asteroid.
Running into the asteroid actually benefited me for once in my
pin jacks pretty well, so that's going to basically leave the Gold Squadron pilot to fire. It doesn't matter really what
He's the
time
only
frame.
one.
He's the
That's
only one
range
that can do
2,
anything.
so he only gets 2 shots.
Yep.
Oh.
Wow, 2 crits.
Wow.
I've got 3. This will be over. It is game over.
Wow.
End of game.
So my dice rolls worked.
Yeah, that really made it very easy for you.
Oh, man.
Alright, so not a bad quick little game that didn't really go very long because Spectre FedSen is playing gambling with dice cheat right here going on.
Dice tactics for everybody. Spectre Sinensi was holding the camera the entire time that for all the filming. So while he was doing that, I would take my dice and put them all on the blanks. And hey, it seems to work. That's two bat reps X-wing for me in a row. That strategy seems to work for me.
So I think that might cause a lot of complications in the tournament scene if you're starting to do a little bit of this. I don't really quite recommend it for part. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy the game. I think the one thing though, the build, Rourke is nice. It's nice to see the Hawk 290 to be usable in a build.
Yeah.
Rourke really helped jumping up a ship to 12. Did put some more pressure on me to do a lot of it. Unfortunately, I think after that though, again, it really ends up to the dice because. I lost Lieutenant Lower really on an amazing straight roll of
So you didn't get to
3
use
straight hits.
Major Reimer's second set of clusters.
No, I did use.
Oh, you did?
Reimer got to do everything I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to do, so I have nothing against Reimer. He had to go with Dutch. Both of those ships, I think they both performed exactly what they needed to do.
But to lose the lieutenant in one volley,
Yeah.
that was highly unexpected when you're rolling 4 or 5.
Yeah, I had 4 right
That's
there,
nice.
and you literally you hit the 4 straight up, and I didn't even roll a single evade to pretty much save him from that aspect there. So that was pretty much knocked me out of his ship, and you already had the ship lead, so it wasn't really fully worried about the Hawk because I was more looking at the firepower, and because of that and 10 nums, you had a good combination with his marksmanship with his own ability.
The marksmanship is great with
deadly.
him because you get to throw in a crit, and automatically that one crit can't be defense. So,
yeah, so that cost Reimer his life. But then again, that's the pilot he's going against, and like I said, I have nothing against where Reimer ended up.
was able to knock down the stealth devices quick with the use of 10 num. Dutch did decent. He was out quick with Reimer. Reimer did a number on Dutch. I mean, his shields were gone.
Well, you were getting your with the abilities, you were getting your target locks right back up hard. So he was pretty much a lot with only two agility. He was going to be there. So just to get the cluster missiles off to really get a Y-wing out very early was the whole strategy with everything else. But I did roll very poorly in a lot of phases. When I could have been firing at one point, Laura missed a lot on one big phase, and then
there was two or three times at critical. More on your part, but also on mine. Losing the action was huge. Not being able to put a focus in to get those hits. I mean, you rolled what, 4 out of 5 focus that were complete misses. Because you didn't focus.
Carter Jax is definitely very cool. You could see he shut down the auto blaster ability there, and he does cause a lot of problems. He didn't really showcase a lot more than I think he could have been, simply because I was outgunned when he was in the fight later. Because there were 3 ships. Rourke's ability to put up to 12, his pilot skill, a lot of things were taken away. And I do like the fact that the Hawk was one of the ships that was able to do this. I mean, that is the cool thing about that ship. However, again, because of dice rolling, it really didn't showcase. I think you can see a little bit more with these interceptors.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably, even though I've won a couple of matches in the past, I think build-wise, this was my most successful build on being able to use everybody's ability. And even with the lower class guys that they're not a named pilot, the rookies so-called, they always come into effect because nobody focuses on him. He's like, that's just a rookie. I'll save him to last. Yeah. And they're the ones that are able to sneak around, keep you in your arc of fire, and
keep another shot on it.
But the 290, I didn't get to use his turret at all, but his ability alone made a difference. Yeah. Dutch got to fire one last set before he was annihilated because I knew he was going down regardless.
Yep.
And then being able to let 10 num go
before Carter Jack. Yeah.
So those 290s, very, very great ship. The last time you used it,
I used Janzor, which was huge.
Very well.
Yeah.
So those support ships are very key. Even if you have a low amount of ships, although I outnumbered you this time.
The support ships, if used right with the right skill sets,
they can be deadly.
Factored in. And 10 num, I mean, marksmanship on 10 num is great. And then the target lock, throwing that extra target lock ability in there.
Yeah, you were getting a lot of the extra parts, and like I said, Jack wasn't into it very early. That was some earlier stuff with me, but Lieutenant Lord, he had some opportunities, and I think I got him into a little bit too the thick because, again, you had the earlier ships.
Yeah, I
was kind of hoping you'd be a little bit more scared with Reimer's cluster missiles, but you kind of got right into it. But that's the advantage of the Y-Wings. They're really going hull damage.
I was extremely worried about Major Reimer, but that's why that first couple of rounds of firing, everything was focused at him that I possibly could, because I wanted to get him out of there. I knew he was going to do some major damage. And I saw that the last time you used the bombers. Those cluster missiles, you talk about, people wonder what is the best thing to go against the TIE Swarm. Well, one of the best things to go against the Rebels is get rid of the shields.
Yeah.
And I didn't use any R2 units, so once my shields were gone, they were gone.
Yeah.
I think with the interceptors, horrible rolling, straight out horrible rolling, played a big part.
That's part of Imperial ships. You have no shields to fall back on. Like,
but we did get a good glimpse of their maneuverability with some of their barrel rolling and how they can, with the right moves, the right speed, get out of a firing arc. And if you're constantly staying out of someone's firing arc, that could be huge. So it'd be interesting to see those used again in a future match, where you're rolling a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just hopefully not against me.
I'm also looking to maybe play a little bit more of a game of chase. I think I wanted to get the idea was to get the TIE bomber in the fight and then try to jump on what was kind of like having to scatter or trying to deal with the bomber, but. The firepower 10 num was just really that good, and I had to deal with that right off the bat. And then of course Vander really helping the other ships to get back onto that track real quickly. So with the bomber going away that fast, then the interceptors were pretty much stuck trying to hit a lot of the heavier ships, which they're usually good at. But again, Rorik's 12 ability kind of jumped.
It'd be interesting to see the Imperial used with Vader in that chase strategy with. A little bit of the technique I use with Vader, where just flying him around the board, the extra actions, giving him the ability to boost, which if you paid attention in the last bat rep, I kind of gave him a little extra that he probably shouldn't have had, and then using those guys because Vader's going to draw attention, and then just allow the Imperial guys to fly the flanks and keep out of the arc. I'd be interested to see if someone can make that work. Whether we do it or if someone out there has done it or wants to do it, send us a link by all means. So.
Right. So again, hope you enjoyed. So those are the two of the new Imperial Aces. There's definitely more to come. I might do a little bit more.
My first X-wing win against Spectre Studios.
Is it really?
This is my first one.
Wow. Okay. Well,
mark your calendar.
Yeah. A big note there. Me using Aces, I ended up getting railed on that. But with dice gimmicks and all, it was still a fun game and all of that. We'll definitely get you some more X-Wing going on. And stay tuned, subscribe, and share with us the rest. And also look forward to a couple things we're going to add there. We're a little bit more on the community in case you're looking for us. We do have actually a forum site, and we're on Facebook now too. So you can get a little bit more of that as well before I forget. And
Facebook.com/Spectre Studio. Link up with us there, and obviously we'll post on Facebook any YouTube videos that we're putting up, all those bat reps, but also we'll other posts. For instance, we'll be going down to PAX East again this year.
Yep.
And then not long after that, you'll see us at Boston Comic Con and some other local cons. So find us on Facebook, definitely.
All right. Thank you.